Like many instructors, I approached that aspiration to get better at name learning with a mix of unrealistic optimism, a nagging sense of dread, and a misty, magical thinking vision in which this semester would be different. I kept expecting it to be easier than it was, suspecting that all the other teachers, the ones calling out personal greetings to students they ran into, calling on folks during the vibrant classes I could see through open classroom doors on my trips up and down the halls, somehow had it easier. Surely for them, it all happened naturally and without the struggle I was going through each and every semester. I really should have known better. This is because I'd spent the whole first part of my academic career in the research field of psycholinguistics, concentrating specifically on the intersection between memory and language processing. As cognitive psychologists in training, my lab mates and I had been working to untangle exactly how the mind takes in and saves information at the mind-blowing speed of spoken conversation, and how our ability to do this changes as a function of various factors, including prior knowledge, the grammatical structures being used, and aging. At the time, our field had been rocked by a new set of research findings that drove home the difference between learning proper names and learning other kinds of words. I explore these concepts more in the next chapter, but in short, what researchers discovered was this. Words that happen to be a person's name are incredibly hard to turn into lasting memories, and harder still to pull out of memory once they are in there. When researchers totaled up all the mental processes that have to happen in order to form lasting associations between a more or less arbitrary set of sounds and one specific person in the world, it started to look like a miracle that we ever managed to learn a name, and completely unsurprising that we usually fail. Now, much older and somewhat wiser, I'm putting the ideas into practice. As sociologist Kurt Lewin famously said, "Nothing is as practical as a good theory," and theories of verbal memory turn out to explain not only why names are difficult to learn, but also why certain techniques work, and they spark ideas for creating new techniques. Putting theory into practice may not have made me the world's champion at name learning, but it's made me worlds better than I was before. That's what I wrote this short handbook to do. To share with you the most critical concepts about name learning that all teachers should know, to dispel myths and misconceptions about remembering names, and to teach you the techniques that are most likely to work.